Hey everybody, Corey from aquariumcoop.com. Today I'm talking about Goldfish Foods, my top 5, not necessarily in order except for the first one. My favorite goldfish food is duckweed. And what is that? It's a little floating plant, kind of a nuisance to a lot of planet tanks. Maybe you can get it for free from your local fish store or something, maybe not. If you can't, we do sell it online. But a handful of that and get it growing outside, and feeding that to your goldfish keeps them nice and regular. It's their veggies. And I love to alternate between all these other foods I'll show you in that, like every day. So, you know, duckweed, non-duckweed, duckweed, non-duckweed. That's the best diet I've found for any of the goldfish, whether they're fancy or just even pond goldfish, that type of thing. So duckweed, duckweed, duckweed. If you can get that going, it is a lifesaver for preventing swim bladder issues and all that kind of stuff. One of my favorites, brine shrimp, frozen brine shrimp, freeze-dried brine shrimp, doesn't matter what it is. It's got high fiber, and basically they eat it and it goes through them pretty easily. So it's less likely to get an impaction in their gut and cause swim bladder disease. So frozen and freeze-dried, really good. Picks them up from your local store, whether it's a PetSmart, local mom and pop shop. If you can't, you can order freeze-dried online. We sell it, other places sell it. But in general, all those shells that they have really help digestion. So freeze-dried brine shrimp, you can also, or frozen as well, and you can go with the spirulina too. You can mix that in if you need to. The next one here I've got is Repashy Super Gold. What's good about this food is it's a gel. So you mix powder and water, boiling water, sets up like Jello, and you make cubes. Those cubes you can then feed to your fish, and because they're already full of water, they don't really cause bloating issues. This is a giant container. It's like 80 bucks. You can get it in a much smaller container. It makes 4 times the amount you see. So if we added water, 4 parts water or 3 parts water to this, we're gonna have a huge thing of food. That's why this thing is, oh, this one's 85 bucks. I forgot. This one has a lot of krill in it, so it really colors them up. But in general, when you research about goldfish, you'll hear all about Repashy food. We definitely sell it, and you know, other places do too, like Dandy Aranda's. He actually, I won't say he invented it, but he worked with Alan Repashy to invent it, to collaborate, to make it together specifically for fancy goldfish. Really great food. I recommend you check it out. The next one would be Thera A, New Life Spectrum Thera A. It's got a lot of garlic in it. So if you have a lot of aquariums, sometimes it can smell like you just made Italian food. So do know that. But all of that garlic helps fight off parasites, and it can help get your fish eating. So if you got a new goldfish not eating very well, it smells that garlic and wants to eat that spaghetti, so it goes after it. You can get it in different pellet sizes. This one here is, you know, a smaller pellet. If you had a baby goldfish, you can get them all the way up into 3 millimeter. Not the cheapest food. Something like this is about 16 bucks, but not a lot of fillers. A lot of these foods, not a lot of fillers, so that means you don't have to feed as much, less bloating issues, less waste in the aquarium, and you know, investing in high quality goldfish food has always been a good idea. Last one I got for you is the Omnivore pellet mix by Aquarium Co-Op. We have it made. It's got brine shrimp in it, it's got spirulina in it, it's got krill in it, it's got, you know, fish meal. Basically, it's a green and red pellet mix. You get 6 ounces for 10 bucks, and it's a floating pellet, so it stays floating the whole time, whereas this pellet sinks. So if you're not sure how much to feed, you want to make sure they eat it all, feed a floating pellet so you can net it back out if they don't eat quite all of it. And you can really go, oh, that took them 20 minutes to eat. I should be netting this out so they don't get bloated. You want them to finish off their meal in, you know, 3-5 minutes, something like that. But we feed a lot of this to our goldfish, and because it's got all that brine shrimp like we talked about earlier, and the krill, so it's got a lot of shell in there, it goes through them very easily, and that's the important part. Keep your goldfish digestional tract moving. If they're pooping a lot, that's a good sign, and then you just got to clean the water. We all know that they're kind of little water pigs and, you know, wiggly butts. As long as we keep putting good food in there and they keep passing it and we keep cleaning it, we get bigger goldfish that look better, that we can enjoy more. Hope that helped. That's what I like feeding my goldfish. You can always feed a variety. You can always feed more. You might love something else. In the comments down below, let us know what you really love, but these are the foods that I love to feed the goldfish that we keep.